Welcome back to Parish in...
Drum roll, please.
One will be provided. And yes, it will drown out our voices and our laughter, because that's how we like it. Thank you.
Welcome to Caffe Lepanto.
Here it is. We're so happy to bring you down to Caffe Lepanto so you can see it for the first time. There are just a couple of little things we still want to do, but this is it. And we're very grateful for all of the support we got for the parishioners who pitched in, who painted, who built things, who fixed things, who repaired things, because there's a little bit of old and a little bit of new. And hopefully it'll be a great place for the parish to gather in small groups, because the room only holds 30. So we're looking forward to many happy times here. So
just a few things I'd like to point out about the section we're sitting in. You'll note that the pew is secure. Father James is sitting on it.
It wasn't secure when I sat down.
No.
It's secure now that I'm sitting in it. It can't move now.
You'll note above we have our signature clock in Caffe Lepanto. It's always what time? Dominican time.
Brother Jordan showed that on one of the episodes. I think 004. It could have been 003.
But you'll remember it has the shield of the order, Laudare, Benedicere, Predicare, our motto, to praise, to bless, to preach.
And as is our custom, moving on to things much more substantial, we have some guest stars in our little cookies.
Now these were actually dropped off at our typical studio. So that was a real labor of love, that someone would deliver them to the steps of the porch. And now that's a true tithe, I would say, true tribute. Now the only complaint that I have is that this is a Christmas tin, as you can see. Where
I'm not complaining.
after suffering the longest winter ever in Rhode
that is
Island,
true, that is
we
true.
don't need anything to remind us of snow.
Oh, thank you, Father Patrick. I did have one already, just to make sure they were edible.
He made me taste test it, actually, to make sure it wasn't poisoned.
That happens,
he's
too.
Getting a little concerned lately. Someone's
Delicious. And what's a secret ingredient?
Oh, this is an excellent cookie.
Because
This baker doubles the salt.
we have come to find out
Incredible.
salt is the secret ingredient in the best of these cookies.
Maybe it's the only thing we like.
Well, no,
We just
chocolate.
like salt. Well,
Peanut butter.
We like peanut butter.
And we did get a huge tin of ricotta cookies that we wish we could show you, but they passed on to the next life. But those were phenomenal, as were the sugar cookies that came with those. But, we're limited. We can only eat so many cookies in a day.
Now, these cookies, I have to say, so first of all, they're in a marvelous package.
Beautiful box,
From
beautiful
a baker.
box.
Very, very touched by that, the little bow. Easily removed. Now, these were sent to us by our potentially furthest away viewers. Up in the far northern boundaries.
Copperland?
From the Dakotas.
Is that in another state?
It's west of the Mississippi.
Is that past Foster, Gloucester?
Now, how would you say the states of the Dakotas?
I would say Dakota.
Dakota.
North and south.
North-
You
north
could say
and
North
south Dakota.
Dakota. Wow.
This note was signed, "Love, your biggest fans in the upper Midwest."
That is most likely true. No, there's not a big competition.
We tend to have a more regional New England, sort of within 3 blocks of St. Pius.
It's 4 blocks. We're expanding. We've crossed river.
But they sent us lovely little macaroons.
And they're all in there. You mean you can taste these?
You'll notice that it's a complete set. It was very
That is
good. I
beautiful.
waited for Parish or Parish.
Well, that's great discipline. This is what we should have had a production assistant. Where's Brother Jordan when you need him? He's on retreat.
Deacons should open these things.
He's getting ready for his ordination on Saturday.
Praying we hope. Now look at these.
Cheers.
Oh.
It's all over me. What is it?
This is wonderful. Mine's caramel. You have the same? Oh,
It is delicious. Holy moly.
what a great little cookie.
This is a macaroon?
Yeah.
Coconut never tasted this good.
Mmm.
Don't macaroons have to have coconut?
I don't make
Wow.
the rules.
That is phenomenal. We might have gone, I don't know. Show them the box again. It's really spectacular.
Now, the only complaint
Oh,
was
wow.
that I was told that this viewer was going to make cookies.
Cop out. I mean, that's all we're worth, store-bought cookies, which probably cost like a mortgage payment, the way they look.
Well, they're that good too.
Wow.
And taste.
You're the one complaining, I'm not.
All right, now what's in that box over there, Father James?
Now, this box came from a viewer in
Should we move-
Cincinnati.
wait a minute. Should
What?
we move? Let's get a little bit more comfortable.
Uh,
What do you think?
Father Patrick, he gives me all these titles like executive producer, but he has all the power. So when he says, "Do you think we should move?" We're moving. Are
Shake
we
a
move-
leg, Father.
Can we clip, or do we have to? All right. We'll see you in just a minute. This is on. All right. Welcome back to Caffe Lepanto. We're now in the lounge area. Before we were in the booth area, and that's way, way, way over there. Now we're in the lounge area, which is way, way, way over here. And you'll probably not recognize this in any way from what it looked like before. We do have before and after pictures that we'll show you, and you just won't believe it. This was and still is the back wall of the church hall. And up here, you get to see the first glimpse of a beautiful tapestry depicting Our Lady of Victory at the top and Pope Pius V blessing the Christian fleet at the bottom. So that will be down here in Caffe Lepanto at some times during the year, but especially for October and May, I'd love to have it in the church in honor of the Blessed Mother. Perhaps above the exit door, so you'd see it as you leave the church. Okay.
Back to the box.
We came over for the box. Well, you have to say what that is, you know.
Well, so after opening a package from our favorite viewers in the upper Midwest.
Oh, in the upper Midwest. Now, these are viewers in Cincinnati, which
The central Midwest?
I don't know.
Is
Listen,
Cincinnati the South?
when I went to Cincinnati in 1989 for my novitiate, my mother thought, honestly, there were Indians still in Ohio. And it didn't help that our priory is on Shawnee Run Road, where the Shawnee used to run. Now it's just Rolls Royces and Mercedes and BMWs that run there. But a couple of episodes ago, I get the numbers all confused now, or corrected when I'm mistaken about how to number them. But we had Father Henry and Father Clement on one episode of Parish or Parish. They were deluded somehow.
You might remember that there was a little hostage situation. We were very concerned about Father Clement.
He's doing
Father
well.
Henry talked a lot.
Oh! And I don't know how the parishioners there put up with it. Every day they do. I was bored out of my mind just having them as a guest. I had to get off.
They only made one appearance on Parish or Parish.
And if you haven't done it yet, it would be funny to go back and see what parts of our having them on Parish or Parish they kept on their show. Because they cut out all the really good things and kept all the really boring things. I couldn't do it. Anyway, these are parishioners from Cincinnati that sent us. So these would be well, from us now, these would be our southernmost gifts that we've received.
I think
right?
that's right.
All right. Well, you came up with that. I'm just repeating, so of course you think it's right. Okay, there we go. Now this just arrived the other day. Okay. Oh, sadly not cookies. However, sadly, because this woman makes excellent chocolate chip cookies. Oh, fun for the whole. Look at the way it's packaged. Great detail. So this is, let's see, where is the, there's something in Cincinnati called, and I've treated the novices to it, And they didn't take to it, I have to say. They didn't like it.
Penance. He penanced the novices with it.
But I love it. And it's called Skyline Chili.
Oh, good. Something for the dogs in
And
the parish.
Skyline Chili it's the meat sauce inside. You cook spaghetti, put that on top with then cheese. It feeds the whole family. One meal, one stop shopping. Excellent.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, the novices didn't like it. And then we have oyster crackers. And I think there's oyster crackers in each of those. And then, oh, you're gonna love this.
Oh, that I'm excited
This
about.
is also a favorite recipe there.
Oh, yes.
Chex Mix.
Excellent.
So I'll think about if you can have some, because I'll give you a little 10% of it maybe. Yeah. Well, thank you to all of our many benefactors who have, Father Patrick, who have kept us nourished and fed. As much as you might enjoy Parish or Parish, we enjoy doing it for you and keeping you up to date with things happening in the parish.
Now, before we move into our next segment, though,
yes,
I think we should move to a place where we can handle business. We're about to make some business announcements.
oh,
So maybe a table, don't you think?
well, if only we had one at Caffe Lepanto. We'll be right back. So, welcome back to another spot in Caffe Lepanto. So far, we've been in the booth area, the lounge area. This is the cafe area, really. You just want to sit down, have a cup of coffee.
It's the heart of the place.
You know,
Yeah.
round edges, nobody's getting hurt. Sturdy chairs, nobody's falling on the ground. Comfortable even for the larger posterior analytics. You like that, didn't you? Yeah. You have business you want to discuss?
We're opening back up for Pentecost.
Oh. He gives me no program notes. That's all he's going to say, then turn to me to fill in the gaps.
No, this is the most exciting thing we have to talk about. This is the best part of the
Yes, but I haven't read the email from the bishop. So
We're opening back up for Pentecost. We have no idea what it's going to look like yet.
does that mean Saturday night we can have mass, or does it mean just Sunday? You see, I don't know
We're opening
that.
up for Pentecost.
He loves to be vague. You know, that way, even when he asks permission.
This is good news.
Of course it is, but they also, if they're following Parish or Parish, they watch things on the internet anyway.
Maybe.
They do. But continue to check the parish website and also the diocesan website for any updates that will help us, just guide us. There are a couple of things, as I mentioned, if someone could volunteer to make some extra face masks we might need for people. We haven't found any extra Clorox wipes. They're simply wiped out. And we're sectioning off the pews so that we'll have 2 pews between us. And we will not have need of any extraordinary ministers for Holy Communion at first. We're just going to have 1 lector for the Mass, just to limit the people in the sanctuary, 1 server. And that's if everyone feels comfortable. I think that's the heart of this, that the obligation to attend Mass will be dispensed a little bit longer for those who, just aren't up and don't feel comfortable yet coming to Mass. But the church is clean and will be continually clean, so everything should go along smoothly, I hope.
We've made more progress in the church offices. As you know, we're moving out of the rectory. We're preparing those back rooms of the sacristy. That's going to be our new office space. You'll enter the office in that little hallway off the Blessed Mother's statue there. And when we've been renting that space, I've been surprised at how much room there actually is.
There is. Oh.
They're 2 very comfortable rooms. So one will be a working office for the priests and one will be a conference room. And those will be just off the main sacristy. So that project is coming
It sort of combines everything a little bit better and makes it more useful.
But between those rooms, Caffe Lepanto, the rest of the church basement.
Yeah. And wait till you see the rest of the church hall, because we have, the tables and chairs set up, the final cleaning up's going on.
He
So
hates when I call it the basement.
you see how we did that? I didn't even pay attention. I didn't even
You
listen.
just slipped it right in there, the church hall,
It is the church hall, and it's a beautiful church
in
hall.
the basement of the church.
Did you have any other business?
I did. So as you might have seen in the bulletin today, Father James announced my new assignment from the provincial. So I'll be moving full-time into campus ministry at Providence College. really a big move, maybe 50 yards. How far is it to the college?
I don't know, I drive it.
Our distances have become very vague to me since we
I could check the odometer tonight, but it's not that far.
It seems very far away. But we were also informed by the provincial that Father Justin Bolger, who is among the men who will be ordained a priest this weekend, Father Justin Bolger will be serving at St. Pius in my stead in the kind of halftime assignment that I've had this past year. And Father Justin's time will be divided between St. Pius and Providence College as well.
Well, the campus ministry
specifically.
specifically.
Campus ministry specifically.
So today, Father Patrick loves when I do this. We're taping this actually Wednesday afternoon. So he has a lot of little editing to do.
Today's
Today's
the 20th
Wednesday
of May.
But they wouldn't have read the bulletin yet.
Wednesday, and the lunar cycle
They wouldn't have read the bulletin
Some people
yet.
get it in their mailboxes. Some people saw it this morning.
Well, that's interesting.
I don't want to give any names away.
No, I want them to receive it. It's all done, ready to go. Because
Some viewers in Florida.
Oh, well.
You know who you are.
Yes, we all know and love them. Wish them to come back soon. This will be on Wednesday nights, though, tonight at 7. I can't wait. And I was going to surprise Father Patrick with that same news. I wanted to see what he'd say, but good. I'm glad you did it, because that makes it easier for me. So, of course, as a parish, we owe a great debt of gratitude to Father Patrick, especially for working all the way through with Caffe Lepanto. And when I had been approached by the provincial to come to St. Pius, Father Patrick took me down here and said, now here we want to build these beautiful rooms for the use of the parish. So I'm very glad that we could do that, and we've been doing it together the past 2 months, really. But Father Patrick and a couple of parishioners picked up the colors, the carpet, the plan, the room. Wait till you see the smart board that is the TV. It's just incredible. So we've been blessed by having him here for 3.5 years, right?
Mm-hmm. Since January of 2017.
Wow. Time well served. And that's off purgatory too, so keep a record of that for them. But we're looking forward to having you back to show you all the changes and to have you up in the parish offices to see those. Those should be done by the end of June. And then we'll be able to move the sisters into the rectory, because we just have to move the parish offices out. So we're very grateful for all your support. And another little bit of business news. Because if you don't talk about the collection, you're not a good pastor. But we compared April 2019, just the month, with April 2020. And April 2020 is down just $100 from April 2019. So thank you for your continued generosity and your thinking of the parish and those improvements that we need to make here, so that the parish can experience the new life that Easter always assures us of. So stay tuned for the next episode of Parish Your Parish. And once we're back in church, I want to say this to you gently. We're withdrawing now, Parish Your Parish, meaning we'll have one more episode, won't we?
I think that's right.
Yeah, because we have to get back to work. We don't have time.
We have to do something.
Well, let's not push it. But we have to do the things we normally do, because we can't be hanging out in Caffe Lepanto all day, or at least filming it, because we might be hanging out. And I hope you will when you come back to St. Pius. So we'll keep you posted. Thanks for joining us tonight, because it's Wednesday night when this airs. And we'll pray for Father Patrick as he prepares to begin his new work at campus ministry at Providence College. And as we pray for Brother Jordan, Brother Justin, who will soon be Father Justin, and the 6 other Dominican deacons who will be ordained on Saturday. And we pray for their fruitful lives as priests, especially in their preaching as Dominicans. So good night, everyone, and see you soon.